You know that feeling, right? You set your alarm for 5 a.m., you've got these grand plans, and then you hit snooze and wake up feeling like you've already lost the day. We've all been there. But what if I told you that the first 2 hours of your day hold the key to completely rewriting your entire story? Well, we're about to dive into a method that claims to do exactly that. I mean, does it ever feel like the world is just rushing past you while you're stuck in neutral? Or worse, maybe even sliding backward? You're putting in the hours, you're working hard, but your life just isn't going anywhere. That feeling of being totally out of sync, it's a lot more common than you think. So to really understand the power of making one single change, we're going to follow the story of a guy named Thomas. This man had nothing. I mean, no connections, no special skills, nothing. But he stumbled upon a secret weapon that completely transformed his life. And believe it or not, it all started before the sun even came up. Okay, so first, we really need to get a clear picture of where Thomas was starting from. His life was, well, it was the perfect example of what it feels like to be trapped, just spinning your wheels and getting absolutely nowhere. See, Thomas worked as a night security guard. So think about it. When the rest of the world was awake, building careers, spending time with family, he was asleep. And when the world was sleeping, he was awake, just walking his lonely rounds. He was literally living life backwards, completely cut off from the rhythm of progress. Every single morning as he walked home past families eating breakfast and people heading off to their office jobs, this one question just echoed in his head. It wasn't just about the money. It was this deep, soul-crushing feeling of being totally helpless, like he was being left behind by everyone. But then just like that, a single chance encounter changed everything. It introduced him to a simple but honestly a profound secret that would become the absolute foundation of his new life. So picture this. Thomas is on this early bus ride home. He's exhausted, he's desperate, and he sees this impeccably dressed, successful-looking businessman named Mr. Chen. And Thomas is just shocked. Why would someone so successful be up at the crack of dawn? So he musters up all his courage, and he asks him. And that one simple question, well, it opened the door to everything. Mr. Chen let him in on his secret, what he called the magic hours. He explained that between 5 and 7 a.m., your mind is fresh, your willpower is at its absolute peak, and you haven't been drained by the 1,000 little decisions of the day yet. The world is quiet. It's the perfect, almost sacred time to get into a state of deep focus and actually build the life you want. And Mr. Chen broke it down for him. It all starts with a simple commitment. Just 2 hours a day. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot, does it? But the real power isn't in those 2 hours themselves, it's in what they become over time. Because those 2 hours a day, they add up to a staggering 730 hours over a single year. Okay, but 730, what does that number actually mean in terms of real get-it-done productive work? Those 730 hours are the equivalent of 91 full 8-hour workdays. Let that sink in. That's 3 extra months of productivity. You are literally giving yourself a 3-month head start on everyone else who is still hitting that snooze button. Now that is the power of the magic hours. Okay, so knowing the secret is one thing, right? But actually applying it is a whole different ballgame. Mr. Chen didn't just give Thomas a cool idea, he gave him a non-negotiable, step-by-step system to follow. And the system is so simple, it's brilliant. The first hour, 5 to 6 a.m., is all about building your economic value. That means learning a hard skill. Think coding, accounting, marketing, something that directly makes you more valuable in the marketplace. Then the second hour, 6 to 7 a.m., is for building your personal value. That's exercise and reading, things that sharpen your mind and strengthen your body. But to make this whole routine stick, there were 3 unbreakable rules. 1, you never, ever negotiate with your alarm clock. When that thing rings, your feet hit the floor, period. 2, protect your sleep. You've got to be in bed by 9 p.m. No excuses. This isn't about sleeping less, it's about shifting your sleep. And 3, the big one, accept that the first few weeks are going to be tough, and you push through anyway. Your old self is going to fight you, but discipline, that's the bridge to your new self. So this was the challenge Mr. Chen laid down. Not forever, just 90 days. A fixed period for Thomas to prove to himself that he could do it. If he made it, Mr. Chen promised he'd help him get a foot in the door. If he quit, well, he was on his own. So, the big question. Did it work? Thomas accepted the challenge, and honestly, what happened over the next 3 months was nothing short of miraculous. Now, this journey was not some pretty highlight reel. The first days were agony. He was exhausted, he was clumsy with his books, he was full of doubt, but he kept showing up. Then, around day 21, something shifted. The fog started to lift. Waking up became automatic. He was actually mastering Excel and accounting from free online tutorials. And then, on day 87, the breakthrough. His company needed someone for an internal audit, and guess who was the only one with the skills? I mean, the contrast is just stunning. In only 90 days, he went from a hopeless night guard to getting a day shift job in the accounting department with double his salary. And within a year, he was the lead accountant. He didn't just change his job, he changed his entire identity. When his mentor told him the 90 days were up, Thomas's response said it all. The 5 a.m. routine wasn't some challenge he was just getting through anymore. It had become the very core of who he was. And that, right there, is the secret to making it last. You don't just do the habit. You become the person who does the habit. Thomas's story is powerful proof that your circumstances don't define you, your choices do. His story proves what is possible. So now, let's talk about you. Just remember, Thomas had no degree, no money, no connections. All he had was a decision to wake up and start building. You have that exact same choice. You have this blueprint. The only question is, are you going to use it? And to make this real, here is a super simple checklist for your first few days. Tonight, set one alarm for 5 a.m. and put it all the way across the room. Then, decide on the one skill you're going to work on in that first hour. And finally, plan your evening to protect that 9 p.m. bedtime. That's it. It's simple, but it's not easy. This quote from the story just perfectly sums up the entire philosophy. See, the goal isn't just to get a result in 90 days. The real goal is to become the kind of person who earns success day after day just by showing up when no one else is. That is a practice you carry with you for life. The person you want to be 5 years from now, they're waiting for you on the other side of that alarm clock. They're really hoping you don't hit snooze. So the only question left is this: are you going to make them wait another day?